All right, me fambuda. Na kucha kusha una kabo kabo wherever una day. And today again we don't come back with another special edition of what would you do? And me where they talk to una Mina Fatimata and Arikanto una from VOS. And today we'll get a wonderful topic is I will go recognize and support youth with talent. Because there's a lot of time where they talk about you them and stuff like that. But today is how we go able for support the one the way we already know, then get certain talent them. So now then we will go discuss today. And also I get guest with we and go introduce himself shortly. We no further ado, I go introduce Madakabo Tona. Unfortunately, today, the day on the screen, in the day on the phone. Hi, Madam Cabo.
Hi, good evening. Thank you, Madam Savage. Thank you to all the viewers then. Sorry to the unable for joining now on the screen for personal reasons. Um, I just want to say una good evening again for the one the way na the first time this when they joined the show. Na my name Iseta Kagbo, me na a co-host for this show. So today, the wonderful topic will be bring to and for how we can recognize and support we youth and we get talent in our country. So we go hope say when I go join we all share ideas and with the special guest what we get, we hope say we will get some meaningful discussion. Thank you. Back to you, Madam Savage.
All right. Thank you so much, Madam Cabo. And when I all know, the man at the house, Mr. Umar. Hi, Mr. Umar.
Hello, family. Good evening. Me na Omar again. As you all know, every week we there for discuss with una. We need una attention today because na two way of the discussion. Who they talk, the una who they listen, we all they do the same contributions, And we don't try for build up a very good family, listeners and the hosts now. We don't make one big family. I hope so the family will continue, that unity ship will continue in our VOS. Today again, we come to una again with the program again. What will we do? But today we want to take a special look. Now we youth, talented people of every part of the society. They all come together. We discuss this issue, and just like what we say, we get a fine gentleman here. We in self come for Caro, not small pan the discussion we'll get today. So una stay tuned, and we hope for see now through the contributions. That the one that we get chance for call. Happy to you back.
All right, thank you, Mr. Umar. So the question where at the left of Tsunami fumble them is what Tuna think say we go do, maybe as an individual or as a diaspora or as a government. Waiting are the things that we need for put in place for support the youth. So that is my question where at the left to now for me una go think about it and hopefully una go come with something very important and we go bring an impact to the youth them. And with no further ado, I go introduce my guest now and so that way they go introduce himself. Hello, Mr. Abdul.
Hello, if I'm going to do, I'm name Abdul Kenny, and in Australian, just like most of Una, and also I work in a healthcare related field, behavioral health in specific, and I'm also an entrepreneur. I have a new startup company, female online clothing line. So I just there for give me 2 cents contribution, for discuss about the things that really go on a salon, especially youth empowerment and everything else. So Nakabo.
All right, thank you so much for joining me. And if I'm gonna go please share the video, to some of your friends and family where this has to go impact as well. And right now we get a video where we'll go show now where this young Sierra Leonean guy will get so much talent, into a very creative thing na free time. So all they need is na the support and the help. So na make we dey carry the show ya so for make we go think about how we go able for support them and wetin are the things that we will go put in place. So with no further ado, I go make let me technical team then play this video for now so that way they wanna go take a look and and we'll discuss more about them. Technical team, please.
Last month, I showed you the Elon Musk of Ghana, someone who built a car from scratch that drives like this. He built it from scrap metal and a diesel engine. But today, I want to show you the second Elon Musk of Africa in Sierra Leone, where this guy built a much cleaner car that doesn't even use a diesel engine. It uses the rays of the sun, and it's also made of trash. Who is this guy, and can this solar car go faster than the diesel one? In Freetown, Sierra Leone, I found Emmanuel.
Hi Nasdeli, I'm Emmanuel. I built the first solar car from trash.
See, where Emmanuel lives, every single car emits pollution. This is a problem for the environment and for his people too, who suffer from health issues such as infections, allergies, and even cancer.
I could see what all the car fumes are doing to my people and wanted to come up with a solution.
But everything he thought of needed money. Money that he did not have. So one day, he decided to use something he didn't have to pay for. His own imagination. And that's when he started building a solar car. He visited junkyards, collected lots and lots of trash, and started building his dream car. He put together scrap metal, cane sticks, old cables, and wires, and just like that, his car started to come to life. 3 years later, after a lot of hard work, the imagination car was born.
I call it imagination car because it was everything I imagined it to be.
He painted it with his country's colors, green, white, and blue, and put everything inside it. Doors, headlights, brakes, even a horn. And this car can go up to 15 kilometers an hour. And most importantly, his car does not pollute the environment because it runs entirely on solar.
I added a solar panel on the roof so it doesn't need any fuel.
No fuel means no fumes. Now, anytime Emmanuel drives outside, people stop and stare at this car made from nothing. And he doesn't plan to stop there.
I am an inventor. I have 50 more solutions to save the environment.
He dreams of building more products that are environmentally friendly, products that reduce pollution, products that reduce noise and clean the environment. Emmanuel did not just dream of a better future for his people. He made it happen even when he had nothing but junk. This is proof that the solution to Africa's problems may not come from Europe or America. The solution to Africa's problem will come from Africans themselves. Did you like that video? I hope so. It was a lot of effort and we're so happy to make it. In collaboration with Facebook, during the month of Ramadan, we are showing you the stories of 30 people in 30 days, and each one of these stories is more amazing than the other. I hope you continue tuning in for this special daily series. And follow us on Facebook. That's more than a minute. See you tomorrow.
All right, we fumbled them. Welcome back, welcome back. And as I don't see this wonderful video, yeah, so we don't see what Emmanuel do. So me, I greatly believe this Sierra Leonean youth them got talent. So what do we not get for same with you as them? And Madam Cabo, Mr. Abdul, and Mr. Umar. So what do not think saying that the solution, you know, the government or we as an individual or the diaspora they need for put in place for support the youth them like this.
I can come inside or Mr. Abdul go first.
Yeah, maybe Mr. Abdul come first.
Yeah, Akini,
Uh,
I'll give you the floor, you know.
okay. Well, I think say I think say now a collaborative effort, the government for playing own part, and I feel say the people then also for play their own part. As governments can do as in infrastructure wise, create institutions the way they help, improve the talents them, so people then go able to use that and improve themselves. Because look what Emmanuel just don't do. That's what he do. He builds everything from scratch. That's just like what the guy say. What in just a little bit of what your imagination can do. Get nothing, go na trash, go pick everything and begin build. And he say it take on 3 years. And this similar case here happened again a while back with Kevin Doe, and where he built the radio, transmitter, and out of nothing through reverse engineering. Basically, just he begin couple things them apart, and they go back to back, see how this work, and then land that, say, okay, this not so this they do, and then over time he end up for build radio transmitter, and then end up for get own small mini radio broadcasting station. So I feel like say if the people like they do all this, then you'd say how they do all this without any training whatsoever, and they teach themselves. If the government's able, use that talent and just build the institutions, then we then go able use for empower themselves even better. With the level Usai Salon go is on another height, because that support system needs to be there as well. Yeah, you can chip in now, sir.
Right. Thank you
First,
so much. Yes, Mr. Umar.
okay. First of all, me want tell Nas Daily say don't me want talk to Najama. Una sorry. Me want tell Nas Daily thank you because in the month of Ramadan, for make out of billions of people, you will spot 30 people and of these 30 people we get a Sierra Leonean National Day. Don't you say here to it's just unfortunate that we found ourselves in a country where you get for fight for everything, success, everything. For make them see you now, for make it kind of limelight, you get for fight way. So we see what happen now the issue of Kevin Doe, like what we just mentioned, and we also see the first. By the way, I know it's a lot of Sierra Leoneans, know this Sierra Leone we very talented. And in the sub-region, for make again for build an electric car from crash in the sub-region, Sierra Leone is the first. A Sierra Leone national where a day now, where a base right in England, where himself will get a garage in Sierra Leone, start in project, So himself a day a first pan and small thing enable no see no way a kind of England they like they team up with one guy, one weight guy. And they don't almost complete in project. They try for cargo this project na Salone. At least let's for assemble. Let's Salone go be the first way they couple up car from scratch, start and then assemble everything will be inside Sierra Leone. So like I hope say this man himself who say a day he go don't see this video. Maybe he go try for make a contact because I look like say he and this bobo where they show they get the same dream, then they share the same dream. So like. I'm really happy, for the first time, at least now when you tweet on social media, when you go on Facebook, you see news where they promote a country, news where they show say yes, Sierra Leone not only, we they try for come again, historically now people are way very talented, education will not take a make play, now just time, with time and We all know what they go on now. But I think say Sierra Leone will kick up again, And I tell Nasdeli thank you, and that youth, that young man way there and that, I tell him thank you, and that Ingo don't serve a road as a role model for a lot of people in that country. We are all talented in that country, For instance, even before internet they come into the play, some of we don't they make motorcar, they build motorcar, any type of motorcar where you see, they will mold into wires, they will mold into cane sticks, into any type of, they will mold So like a lot of Sierra Leoneans, young Sierra Leoneans are out there. All they need now promotion, all they need now cooperation, team up. So do you Sierra Leoneans, this program today, now let we go see how Sierra Leoneans they come on board. You know, go look at today investing, but you go look at the future, There are projects, now they make with man them, then get a project, then they start them, then it go after some years, the project they kick up, not to one day it start, now just like how it starts so. You see somebody get dream, they try for backing up FA. I think say for now, I will stop here first and give the panelists them time for let them say we will rub more na the issue.
All right, thank you, Mr. Umar. So, Madam Cabo, what's in your own intake to this thing yourself?
Before I go further, somebody they say so is saying no they yagi, so I don't know if you the yagi now, if you can send a message.
Yeah, I just want to tell and say because I just turned my phone on, I hear it clearly on my phone. So maybe something wrong with the person's phone. Maybe go turn the volume up a little bit because
Okay.
they hear the show on my phone clearly.
Okay, the show they say nope. Well,
Okay.
we hope say the other viewers and the Yeriwi, if not the Yeriwi, they are on send a message, so we go know say now just one person they get issue with in phone. So me, I just want to say thank you now all. Thank you for the one that always don't join with the panelists them. So the video, the one way I really commend the man way take this initiative for teach we all, for make we all where God you don't use, for make we all know for say we solution to the solution to we problem in Africa. A lot of it precise SALONE because we talk for the whole Africa, but to say we come out first. Again, we hand. If this man don't think widely because he not get money, if figure say I can able for do something where I go able for help myself move from point A to point B without I not pay anything. That don't show say we get talent them not just the thing where the Hamburg winner because we not sit down it we get the patient and we not ready for accept for say we capable for do certain things them. So this man in innovation, it really don't show we for say we get talented people among we, especially the young one, the way they come up. And make we not look far for go Europe, go America, go. Then people themselves get their own problem there. And then people and they not for can pull money for can give we. So we actually, if we look now, we environment them. This man, the initiative we don't take, don't show say if we accept, we serve the environment where we there, and we look be out of the box and utilize what we get, we can make a meaningful. We will make a whole lot of impact for we serve and with society, and we go left boku fet, confusion go less, poverty go less. All this poverty and fet where they happen are because really we not believe in we self yet, or we not accept yet for say we self getting them where we can able for tap into where we make our life then change. And until we do that, they will really not going to go anywhere. So this one really, Lord, we all take example from this man. He go na dirty box. Why? Because you know one go thief. He go na dirty box. Why? He believe for say, and even he don't need for go big. The person self where they go big need what he get. So he be a man, he using brain. So now, how now we can able for support in there are the other people that say we get talent like can go come out. Now we they call on today now let people and join we for make we go start the ball rolling. Not to just for the complain, but like less solutions than they can like this person so How can we get in touch with them? How can we get in touch with people that can kind as well? Any little help it counts. Abroad people themselves now some side and start, right? So I
Oh
just feel
yeah.
make I go stop here for now. Then start some side. You know, just grab number one day, it gets everything. See, it take 3 years. But we today, we are the find out our society. Nobody not patient enough. Everybody want for just rush. If you can't save abroad, you they start back. You will find out say they start fresh. You will start back for get your papers there. By the time they get all their papers there, most time people the talent they don't crack down because what thing they do their odd jobs there. For them they don't tire. They brain them because the brain itself you get time. You get certain calls then like could and then at the healthcare, right? For go be a doctor, you get certain age. After that age, you know they enter the again. So now they show say they want the brain they way fresh. So if the brain then our country and we able to utilize the thing there, I feel say go do it far more good. So I stop here, I send the ball back to Famata. Make we are because according to the age then we all you and Ibrahim now they are ahead of me and Mr. Umar Small. What you wanna think? What do you wanna think?
Yeah. For me, very, very inspiring in the first place. And also, I admire the guy a lot because just for take trash, dirty box, dirty for make them kind so it's very, very inspiring. Imagine now if that guy they be get all the money and get the upper hand, for create something. I believe saying go create something very much, powerful than only that solar caddy. Because we get a lot of Australians them, a lot of youths them we get talent, we're them very, very creative. So it just up to we now, the viewers, them, the people, then the government, for make will help for support then youth there, so with some things them, we will get. Because I believe say if China they make cars, they make phone, they make all of the other things there, so and also United States too, they make cars, they make things them, then they make them because they already get all the resources. Think about the youth then now we not get none of that resources. They when a trash na in dem take. Can you imagine what Israel Young go become? So now you make the youth them now future leaders them. We just need for kind of like give render them the support, and try for guide them na the right track. I believe say one day Salone go be a greater country. Salone go be, among the top 5 countries the way that they think about invention, whether they think about creative things. I believe say Salone go be among the first 5. Only if we support each other. Only if we empower the youth them. So Mr. Omar, what do you think about the things that where the government or the people in the diaspora they need for put in place.
Well, Efe, you don't talk everything. You see, for make the people in the diaspora self get we get for the government to chip in, create a safer platform for them where we want to invest, we get a lot, we get a lot of people, and then people are not only come with them, for instance, and David Senga, would have been also we get them kind of Sierra Leoneans, just after the 2018 election and so on, we see Madabiogo, Fetfete, Yebo Kamuta. And we know so we get the type of David Senga them all over the world, but at least let the governments show the interest. Say, hey, we got youths now, we got young people now where they are talented and then they look for way, Una way down the Obayanda, una come, una get a safer platform, una go help the one there with the give una all the encouragement una want. I feel safe then do so people themselves, me and you two, they will get encouraged, we'll get that zeal for go contribute into the life of these people and also promote we land. Then one thing again, where me this night, I go blame the government and fumble them, not in bad faith, not in good faith, and soon I also know say this program, not a political program, But sometimes we're not going to talk about the program, we'll not blame the right of authorities. me they blame the government more the educational aspect of the government. Before we get what they call art and craft, you know, you get one day na school, where if that day na for cook, when an home economist go get all man they cook, all man they count in type food. Now there you go know, now they go know say yes, this is a try. Then we get say when it's art and craft, would they go make couche, would they build pan motoka? By the way, me all the time I've been looking for build motoka because I grab up with that skill. Any type of motoka was have mola with wire, or we get one thing we call Mrs. Cargo Sabia, we call poker. Actually, na something like them matter stick we don't peel the matter. So like them always sabi and not sabi them na English family on go sorry for that. You know, but 10 times a day we get 10 in the all, you know, because there was no phone, you know, you don't get phone, you don't get most of them in there, you're not fortunate for play with, and so like you get for create your own playground, you know. And then 10 a day you see the collaboration within the government and the schools, then they encourage picking them, you know. In that time, you see Bobo even a free toy, they see Bobo they make, they connect them motor there into both the way that they make for themselves. They fix up and they ride and then got we they see and then tell it because why? There was an encouragement, you know. But this from since 20, I can say I don't blame anybody now, but all that after 202, 203, then they all just lost. You know, everybody just concentrate. Nobody no care about anything, and they get the school relax now. You know, they all don't relax by the whole thing. This don't create all this, you know. And now we see that the youth they don't show say they get the talent. They don't show say we even if the government not ready for support, we they find a way. Now that make you see Kevin Doe from nowhere to somewhere. And you see what a kind of international platform. You see the way they obey and the way they, you know, you see they respect what a command, you know. And when you watch, we all did, because me come on at the same community with them, you know. Where in the past they say, hey, that boy don't make radio, this, that, we all know one look himself, you know, we all look at one eye. But then like today, when I say Kevin Doe, you can't have Facebook. We all come, you know, because why? Now an apple among the apples, you know. So like there are Sierra Leoneans are all over there, you know, talented, they just need promotions, you know. So like we they talk this program to do your Papa government. Today only I go for blame on the other side, you know. And when I say Papa government, no me saying a political party, but I talk about the government in power for now, how they go come inside promote. You know, I know say David Senga self go down there, I don't see that video, they let himself try. When they talk to them, do I let it try, find out about who say it, they let you know I go help them. So for now, I go say like una come, una make, una call, una give una contributions, you know. And we get again now this man just like putting I introduce himself. Now somebody where they deal with mortal man, and would they deal with mortal man, you know how mortal man function. So Mr. Abdulisa go chip in, let you at least rub out on this. We know say we get in out today, and you we know say somebody where get vast experience for how for deal with mortal man, you know, because inside that when you get an opportunity for deal with more like the social angle, so you can know identity the functions, how people go come inside, how the perceptions of people will change, you know, and see say this now a potential development and also a potential way of investing.
Yes, definitely.
So, Mr. Abdul, before you talk, I get a quick question for you before. Yeah, my question where I get is, you know, because you know a lot of youth them, you know, that they try for come up, you know, so how them go able for overcome people and judgments, people and criticism them, like you know, people they criticize them and go judge them. So what can I they advise so they try for give them in case of when you come to denting their so.
Well, when you get passion for do something, I believe say, you get to follow that passion. Everybody get in 2 cents. All man get what and get for say, but anything what you do, whether you do good or you do bad, people then get for talk. So if you get passion, you definitely not for allow people then for take that away just by the rub motto and the rub motto, because that's gonna be there. People don't give a talk no matter what you do. So no allow that fire dey for die. No matter what you do, whether in a different profession you go into, I believe say if you want to do something, something wey dey make you happy, something where you feel like I say you feel very strong about it, you get that inner sense because you do know what you want to do. Because if you're doing it, even if you're not being paid, you dey continue for do am, even whether you dey make money or not. So if you get that, just pursue that very strongly, regardless what the person say. The same people wey dey talk say, wey get for talk say, they have foolishness. Before you hold something better, this and that, and the same people then get for hail you back where you succeed. So through trial and error, as long as you keep pushing and continue for to improve yourself, eventually you get somewhere. So I should say we all get to our own inner passions and way, or thing the way we want to pursue in life. So definitely, if you get talent, definitely build onto that. Sometimes you're not able to shoot up to the sky where you start, but everything takes time. So just continue to nurture that slowly, slowly, and every year you're going to improve. Slowly, you get to the point where you be see to get up there. As long as there's progress. So yeah, if you get something where you're passionate about, don't let it go. That's what I think.
Thank you so much, Mr. Abdul. And if I'm with them, I go let for make una call, make una give una own comments. So what you una think? So what are the ideas that una think so we need for put in place? For support the youth them. And I will pass the baton to Madam Cabo. So what do you think say do you then go do for like overcome judgment, or people then go say bad things, people then go try for kill their dreams. So waiting at the encouragement so you go give Madam Cabo.
Well, the encouragement to make it start with themselves, within themselves. When you get a dream, not listen. You just follow your dream. This man when they make that motor car, I believe say some more people then go they say, you create what's motor car go move without fuel. But when in believe what in they do,
Uh-huh.
instead go don't tell
Yes.
him now sit down no more, una wait, una go see. So what they need for do is somebody like this kind now motivate am more and make it teach other people and make it get more support. Any little thing, but me the problem when me get now, like how for contact this man self, then how for channel, like for help am, which NGO they support am right now. Because when it comes to the government, we all know little or nothing. It hard for penetration. So if now government they no more depend on, we're not going forever better. I'm sorry for say, it no matter which one kind of power. So it hurts, the truth hurts, but that's the fact. They're not there for anybody. They're there for themselves. They're there for their family. They're there for their extended family, and the people they're with their leg, or if not, their girlfriend or boyfriend or whichever. But for promote youth, for putting them kind and dreams them kind to life, that I doubt it. If anybody feels they are wrong, it's debatable, then can pick up a tweet, bring a challenge, comes on. We show, make them show we things that what they don't show, what they don't do. We all they holler the war, but before the war come, things the system we don't go bad. As Mr. Omar made the point, the art and craft, the way we do in our school, because I remember I said they teach we need to work. Like then and the way they say for do them thing, and then you go find you until they always me they obey self. For go be lot for let them can't teach you how for coucher because now something you get for care go. But as the system begin fall apart, where they pay the teachers them, then say begin create some kind of way for get something from the Peking and they say, I think I don't forget them. They call the tier women they bring. I don't know if at them get different way.
No, home economy. I think annual
Creative
home.
practical
I think
art.
then they get
Creative practical art.
creative practical arts, and then get home economics, which now where the woman then they cook and stuff.
Yeah.
They get I think the creative practical
Arts
arts,
and
not only that
crafts.
they build things them. Yeah, they
Workshop.
get it
Then
get
get wood
different.
workshop back.
I think
Yeah,
art and craft
there's a lot.
for primary level. I think that will be the color. So I remember when they make the man and they make like a boat, and then they when they go na the water side, when I go find the clay. You get for make motor car, you get for make anybody if in a pot you able make, so they learn how to make the tree put forth with a woman there. Then some people then they crochet, they do some people they crochet cap, hat, then most time then table then cover them. See the way they cover food, you know, then thing it helps somebody for be creative. May not be too good at them, but I know they are managed for make some small skirt. But after when they pay the teachers them, then they begin cut edges. When then they reach now, then tell the picking and say for make art and craft. You get them one that when not mean good na school, then they go buy Vimto, then buy and clean. Because I remember still that handkerchief that they buy, then they buy Alpha Clean. That's not you make them. You see, the way the team is effective, you know, Chris bring a can because that bit, again, you know, they bring a cancer because not a part of her, not a you make them. So now the system begin collapse first, and nobody know me the question, not to say they not see and they make blind face. Principal not go look there because why the teachers they say no they get paid. So the system begin for fail people and the ripple effect come back again. The teachers then respond, then the people that suffer now they picking them. So now, so the system begin be the bad. When people then drop out from school now, they don't learn nothing. First time, the one they may learn something small, then they come out, maybe if that carpentry, they may learn them. So if they be drop out, they can go learn that, and they may for make bench and table them for themselves for get feeding. Woman, they make like that tie and dye. Then they teach me that they all. So if you drop out, because me, for instance, I sell all the soap where they don't teach me for making a school. I don't know if in African or they call it out of that now tie, not oil. You put the soda, I mean make it for myself. So when they walk out where everybody don't scatter with now they are start. But I don't know me Lana told me they can go Vimto, then go Tabi, put it for you. No, they're not sabi nothing. Yeah, don't know me land for sew. What I mean they sew they one woman take na home economics, the one they teach, then for cook, then the one now when they teach for sew, they do the knitting, then mean get job. What will be run? Then mean they sew. What we can abroad yourself. Oma you go testify when all 3 ways to do. Then people the way them they sew na salon, where them don't learn for sew. What we can ya? Them anybody employ them? Before anybody they employ them, they self-employ themselves because they sabi so. And they can't know what say they so. All man they go na house. I bet you this COVID time they do. Yeah, they're not go unemployed because you must go
make a lot of money.
Yeah. But what they salon, everybody want go FBC. Where the office? You come out there.
Good point you just read through.
Yeah, but not
good point.
That's true.
You know,
that entrepreneurship.
6 years.
Entrepreneurship.
They're not pay. They're not pay. The una now when me then at the trade center, somebody talk now, the trade center say when me they assist people then can they discourage people that like say na people that were not smart for good day. Instead of we teach, we picking them like the way how the Chinese man then, the Japanese people then, they teach them people then for live off of their hand and their brain. Everybody want on temple, I them call and temple routine. I mean, no, then they go die now. They see they rather die there than they go do carpentry for feeding.
The back way, not so in Kikolan, the back way for go Europe.
Yes,
Mrs. Yeah, I can chip outside, Mrs. Kago.
Sure.
Yes, Mr.
You mentioned something where you say solar soap. You remember we've been calling our 72%.
Yes.
Well, because they use
when I don't make that
72% soda, then the rest not time. But Mrs. Cabo, you talk something. You see, not that is the thing they are all not been there. Them been there. You know, but the perception again. When we glad you get somebody now when a social worker. You know, because the perception of Sierra Leoneans. Then I don't know what Sierra Leoneans means when you say education. You know, you get able to defend, like you know what's not education. You know, some of you just listen about this education. There are many ways of education. For instance, who can when you want land work now, you don't done in primary school, you don't done in secondary school, then you dey choose two way, for instance. You dey choose, not that you stupid, but you dey choose either you want go college, continue, or you want go into trade like carpentry, medicine, painter, and all type of. By the way, now even for clean, now they go do apprenticeship when at 3 years. Most of the in most cases, if you want get a standard cleaning job, now you do an apprenticeship. And when you then school and then they teach you everything because they want know you talent, they want know who say you did. Then they teach you now how for set now, for instance, keyboard, their electrical business. We get a class now because me and somebody I go through that. You get a class now where now they go count a keyboard, an ordinary board of a computer, this that, then get the circuit, then get the small thing there, then una assemble them. Or then go count it a light, you get battery, you get this that, una the solder, everything, una assemble them. Then they go take una go to the mental shop. Who said they do the mental work. Then una go do something they with. I remember I even print a key where they print the number of the key in case if somebody lost the key, somebody go return. All them funny stuff today, And the German get what they call snooper. Snooper are like when you sniff, something like that. And then when you then at school, one day out of the school, and they take it carry go na carpenter workshop. You go spend all week maybe in the carpenter workshop, or they take you then carry go na a particular construction site, or they carry go na a garage. At least let you go experience, let you know what you want to, let you make a decision on you. And then most of them thing now they say Sierra Leone they see and say better. Then side and I don't think they look for now. When you can a mason, you a carpenter, and you can with somebody an engineer, you the get job, the engineer still look for job. Because you're already in there on the set, and then they test you, only need 2 or 3 weeks for test you if you work. And I feel say a lot of authorities in another country, a lot of them make some of the politicians the way they say we don't spend so time abroad, we know what this that they don't know because most of them in there when I don't Canada, when I don't America, when I don't also when I don't see them there. Now then thing there you go out into Sierra Leone, got an idea, promote the vocationals, and let you see if Sierra Leone they go before. Let you see because not everybody for rich. Then said I do not care if you rich, but at least you happy. If you land job where they will and you will feed the family. If you gentry na God they give, but at least you get side where they feed the family. We see DDR come after the war. But what did they do with them? Then just use them for the meantime, and Sierra Leone will get that momentum program. Wait for something come, we all go talk this, that after 1 year, we all forget. Now so God make me. Now Sierra Leone, you even kill in that today, go talk about today, tomorrow, you talk. If not after the 40 days, we see, go sabi you again. So we get a lot of problems, and we see say this all a systemic problem. Government need to support, the people need to support everybody, and we get few people away don't cut in the middle of this particular system what we get, where they fight their way, and then they fight their way, then they stand out. So what you for do? Law we support them people, and they like the Kelvido, of course, he don't get he don't push himself, and we all say we strive. And they work away down the body, they work out in radio. By the way, start now where the Canadian garage where you don't play radio, you go pull one block again, 100 years. So then you go round that New England community, you go inside Dwazak. But then like today you see him. Why now? Because somebody see him out, a particular people and see him out, then see a get dream, then believe in dream. Then like today you see him in the studio a day,
Yeah.
And Mrs. Tabo, you say again something again about the how they go support them people there if somebody wants support them. But anyway, I go comment on that. But let I give the floor again to Mr. Kinney. I think saying go on for add more on the topic.
Yeah. You say a lot of good things there, And I believe say Salone they bien a lot of things them. And any developed nation right now, you did be in, you get for take measures then for strive forward. So you can't with China back in the days, the same thing with the English them. I think Rome be take over England for a very long time, and then they land from within the Romans then they don't do, and then they implement it and they also. So where you they behind of time, you get for leapfrog, you get for do what you need for do for catch up. After we don't feed the people, then now the next thing I need for do as a government. And we keep coming back to the government because the government ain't they set the infrastructure for everything. It comes to the institutions, then for whether it's vocational institutions, wherever the need is. If we not get enough builders, then government for take care of that, make sure say, hey, we not get enough builders, or if we not get quality people where they build, or say, okay, we'll focus on that and strengthen that institution. If we standards then they below the international standards or the normal standards around us, they import talent and then you couch them inside and can retrain you people then, however fast possible. No need for go to a traditional route. As long as you hit the target. So we did behind. So if you say the same thing China do. China back in the day, China was next to nothing, just like a third world nation. But they sending people that are abroad land the same through the same reverse engineering. When you go China, then if you watch that video, then get some motor the way they build just like BMW. Where BMW been get issues with that SUV, just like a BMW SUV no more. But then because they reverse engineer also, and then they buy the team, break them up, and then begin to figure out how they fix them. And then we don't learn how they fix this, then you improve on that. So Salone for do the same thing. If you want get up to standard, because we don't feed the people there. That's the next thing. Dubai is another example. Dubai, what will we talk? Dubai was just sand, sand. That's it. Where Dubai gets the oil minerals, then they make use of that. And Boku country they get oil, but they not improve. But then make sure say when they hire even the best for can build to international standards. All them builds when they build, and they make sure say they get a local underneath that where they work with that professional architect or builder whatsoever. So that way, the way you contracts done, you left person being we sabi do that. So in other words, they not get for pay as equal. If they pay that person $1 million for can't do this building, where you don't do, you left, and they make sure so you train people and also. So the next building, then they spend that $1 million day again because you don't train a local talent when you do that. So we get for leapfrog, in every single aspect of society, and which I keep talking about education system because that's where it is, because you forget the knowledge for able for move up to that standard. The government needs for set that platform there, whether not schools them, vocational schools them, whatever. But Salone here the place where we say person they build us, you don't get your plans, so then wait, if you not supervise that, now what I tell they build for you. So so you get for make sure say then and they in place that institution. Government need for set that up. Because then talents they already talk, so those talents are there. They making something out of nothing. But if their institutions then they very strongly, not for the talk but picking up trash, making up, for the talk but building an airplane, because they get that support system. When you find them, you empower them, you find the talents, you empower the talents, and then you nurture the talent. So we get a long way for go. Yes, not to government they only build country, then they set institution for that. Okay, for example, Freetown all right now. If you want to improve the city, then get other ends, then that whole peninsula end, take on Waterloo, all the under is virgin land, then get land the way they not touch it. But people in VC under far because the road not connected. But something like that, if they hire waiting and they make loans that are available to the people and we able to develop, then say, hey, we want this site to develop, but then create a zoning system, say, now only certain buildings then they will go up now this when now only 3-4 level building this standard, whether if you know the build land there, then you're not going to, if you get land there for selling to person we able to do them. Then then zoning and they also, so the government they really get a lot to do with that development part. So that way the private party they come, then develop, then use that loan day wisely, then develop the end and day, So it starts with the government, because individually you can only do so much. Salone a small country, so you can only do so much. You need that right regulations, you need the institutions them for develop on waiting we get. We get a lot of talents there. That's not to say we come on Salone, you go other countries then. They up to par with any other post we come on Africa whatsoever, because we are very smart people. But we just need that those regulations, because Ghana, you look at the videos, you look at Ghana, you look at then Rwanda, they see how they don't develop so far. Whatever area they get where they're not developing, they make sure see then send the youths there abroad, where then go and come back and can reach. If not to that safe, you don't want to send that much, import the talent. If you need for import, university professors then from abroad, whatever, pay them more than the salary, then they come with way more value past what you expect. Come put in other universities and in each department, where they come up, raise that standard of whatever, because we are outdated. Whatever they teach right now, we're outdated. Where they teach the upcoming generation waiting at the international standards, whether in nursing, whether healthcare. They see the people then Filipinos, then most of them they go school in their country, then because there's the need here, then they just apply, then when they can automatically then just they take the boards, they're nurses. Same thing with Kenyans are also. So when you set the international standards, that they also empower the people and they, because if you do SALONE, you get a degree like that in a healthcare, and then say if you get the opportunity for come abroad, when you come abroad, you're not going to start from scratch. You just move on from where you were, and up. So then they bring talents to the different to the country. So I mean, we get a long way to go, but I believe leapfrogging. We need for leapfrog into the future, really, because Nadandi, Dubai don't do, Rwanda they can do Dandi, Ghana they can do that, but we still being, I don't know.
Yeah. Just
Okay.
like what you say, so Mr. Abdul, it's very, very true. Because nowadays, like if you go on YouTube, like you type about like African country, because sometimes me I could just so curious is I could just go on YouTube, chat about house building, chat about hotels there, chat about mall and stuff. Most of the time when you see those documentary, now people na the African people wey dem go back, or some of them be don dey in America so for 10 years, some have been don dey in America for 20 years. You dey see them, they gather there with their family members, their or friends them, then they build a mall, then they build different houses, guest house. Oh my God, when you dey see them, they're very, very inspiring, and then it just take that kind of courage, and also motivation, and the thing about we as a Sierra Leonean is it's not like for say we not get the power, we not get the opportunity for do anything a day. It's just like we're so relaxed, we're comfortable in one place,
Yes.
like if Sierra Leonean person get a, for example, let me say, okay, like you come out Freetown, you come now, you don't, before you didn't have Freetown, you don't get job, now you don't come to America, you get job, like we feel so comfortable into that one position. Instead of we move forward, we not want for move forward, that's the thing about we. It's not like for say we not get the upper hand, we not get the opportunity. It's just like we're just too stagnant in one place,
Just to chip in what you say, exactly. Where, for example, where are they look online for the houses for rent in a SALONE? You see apartments there, you see, now this standard, they ask for this much money. For small place where not actually built fine to international standards, and they ask for almost $1,000. You say, but where you go into different countries, you see the standard, that international standard has to be there. People when they go, they not get enough money for bill. So, for example, if you want bill a host naya, you only need 20% down. The 80% and the bank, if they don't approve you, then at the bank they use for waiting call. Well, the same thing if you build apartment, the same thing if you build, that 20% you need to come up with. So if common sense, if me get me money 100,000, naya, or let's say I get 20,000 at bank, and then I want to go build house na SALONE, that's not much, not about money. But now, all I need to do is put that $20,000 down. I'll be able to get a house worth $100,000. So it all makes sense, for where I take me 20,000 for going to SALONE, waiting are able to get out of that. It's not much. So the institutions in a SALONE need to do better also. So where people they for make the climate good for people and for want invest, because I know they go na SALONE go lost me money. If the bank, if I know say I go I able get loan from the bank, and I get a proven record say I able develop something, at least I expect to get a loan, but if you want to do that kind of investment in a salon, $1 million investment, you got to pull all that $1 million day of your money. That's a lot of risk, but
Mr.
in America,
Abdul,
yeah.
they are sorry for interrupt. That money where they carry go sef, e no guarantee say you dey get wetin you want. No guarantee. No.
Exactly.
That's true.
Yes. Now
That's true.
salon, they get you money, you don't work for an aya. Then they expect you for beg them, for give them back. That's the trouble. Number one. I don't know how we get that idea. Even the police then they say, where you want bribe them for thing when they not get right for do. You not beg me. The person they fear any money, he bring and I can't beg you back for give you. Then at the same way they get for the way you go back for go buy you land, then go cook. No, then cook where they say you for beg them for bribe them for something where you they go buy. It's so frustrating that we all
Yes.
this money that when they go take for IMF, they can give the government, they can give people for raise the picking them from year 1 to year 5. Now the government I understand a free health that they give picking them. Okay, so all that money they would don't that resources when they put pan and they expect say when they picking they don't big, una nurture then let them go land and come back then give to the country. But no, corruption not they give chance. What thing will happen? Anybody where you don't big, you not get chance. What thing happen? They ship them.
Madam Cabo, sorry, we get a caller. Sorry, Madam
Yep.
Cabo, we get a
That's
caller.
okay.
Yes. Hello, caller.
Hello.
What's your name and who side the
Hello.
call from? Yes, what's your name and who
Yes,
side
this
the call from,
Chris
please?
speaking.
Hi,
Yeah, this
Mr.
Christian
Chris.
from Istanbul. Good
All
morning
right. Thank
from
you
You're
so
Houston
much
now.
for
welcome.
joining. All
Yeah,
right. Thank you so much for
yeah. So
joining,
thank you. I
sir.
don't dey listen. Yeah, I don't dey listen on a conversation and a very very brilliant topic. This, Africa and Sierra Leone in particular, they continue for experience brain drain. And until we as citizens them put ourselves down together and come together for build yourself up, it will be very, very difficult. I think the guest speaker be talk about something, the housing. If you want for go take a loan for build a house na salon, if you go say I want $40,000, almost month you think say you go pay for them. Waiting at the percentage where you go pay for them. It don't make sense for they go ask for that kind of loan they say because you go you go just die. You go just die. If you go take $20,000, then they go tell you say you for pay almost so 30% of her. Come on, come on. Waiting that you pay 30% of that money they. That's almost half of the money back. Now you pay. So if you take 20,000, they give almost something like a 9,000 back or 8,000 as I call
Interest.
Interest.
interest. Yeah,
Interest,
as
yeah.
interest.
Interest rates.
We don't make sense. We don't make sense. Yeah, like Istanbul now. If you want buy Usnaya, we are the reading the news last year. We get the highest sales of houses. Not to say person they go pay 100% or just like I say, just start with the 20% to 30%. You tell them how you pay the balance. Simple. You cannot use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do
That's
repairs. You
it.
cannot use. I like it take you 40 years. You repair them.
We pay them half.
I like it take
It's
you
so
30
true.
years. They have 275,000 sales of housing last year. Naya. Can you imagine? When a investment into the economy. The investment, it encourage people to come. And if you can look certain, then 3% interest,
Oh yeah,
4% interest. When a
0.33.
small. So you see all that say the damage the way they can suffer for spending the money now, yeah. Then they get sleepless night under rain, under cold, under sun. For who do that kind of investment in a salon? The atmosphere get for conducive. It get for really, really conducive. Then I don't know say I no go want for say no go happen, but it differ for let 2, 3, 4 people and come up say okay, let's build a very big mall. Let's get a very big mall. Let's get it. Let me get a park. Where they park them? where they pack them, where the recreational facilities for people them.
They're not
Salone.
there.
Where all side it's how they put the dirty box all they don't sell them for billows. All side. They don't go inside the diamond all, they don't sell the all. All the diamond they host all, they don't sell the all. Who side will they go? We don't want for change the looks of Sierra Leone. We as young one the way they come up, we don't come out to our country, don't can't try for fence something. We get for sit down to ourselves and we get for sit back and organize, strategize. I go say you get some revolution, they win as some positive revolution, not to for take on. And then sometimes it can work. They are drastic revolution. We get for revolutionize Sierra Leone. If we not do them, my dear, we generation will come back, it fade off, nothing doing. They can't make it tell people them say na individual success, na in the Sierra Leone. No collective as a country will not succeed.
Oh yeah.
Individual.
Yeah.
Individually, yeah, somebody will go now office a thief, almost $1 million. He empower himself, he empower his family. Period. Individually. But as a nation, what you will get, where the malls them, where the infrastructure they will go boast of. Say this now get. Yes, we encourage tourism, but who say it dey? We not get for left tip our government. Oh. We get for come together as a nation, we get for come together as young people. Put we small paper together, we draft a plan, draft a proposal, we can live 20, 30, 40 years for we back even when we don't fade off, we can them go enjoy them benefits and 2, 3, 4 people they come together, build a very big mall, if not 5-story, big 6-story, big mall, get different things inside it. At the end of the day, when I don't get to my share, this family they get this, they get this. Look at that. It happen at Ghana, it happen at Nigeria. Then they get estates them. Estates and they get them. What are we doing?
Yep.
We get for change them, is what sister. We get for change
Yes,
them.
sir.
It really has
Thank you so much.
because with the suffer at that side,
Yeah.
Thank you
True.
so much,
Yeah.
Mr.
Yeah.
Chris. That's a very
Thank
good
you very much.
contribution.
Thank
Yes.
you very
So my
much.
question
Yeah.
where I get for you is, because today we dey talk about how we go able for recognize and empower the youth that we get talent. So what thing are you take to that? What do you
I
think
can't
say we
see.
need for put
Sorry.
in place? No, I dey ask Mr. Chris. So what do you think say na things that we need for put in place, for like recognize and support the youth that we get talent?
Okay. Now I think I see a video with the trend of a young guy we do a solar
We fix a
panel,
car.
a solar car. I think you don't see that video
Yes.
there of that young guy there. Yes. I think say we not get for effort into government. We get people that will get millionaires, we get billionaires in a Sierra Leone and outside. I think say now for empower people, empower like that guy they empower them. We get other guys as I be see a young guy one time within a Wellington Community Center, then they get a show where he do radio station. I think Asma James was there. And Asma James he tell us, can't jam with station. Oh. I can remember some many years ago, about 5 or 8 years ago. Those that think I need for empower them, get institutions them we would look out for them, bring them they empower them. Another video they with the trend, this Gambian guy. They ask I say now I go to they go do overseas. They put overseas for good study. He choose African country. I think was in Rwanda or so. In the study in Rwanda or so. That Gambian fellow.
Yes, I know the guy you talk about. Yeah.
He said this. He make decision for go study in Africa. He said because Stanley go able for like a shaping mindset for Africans. Because in Africa, if you go now oversee white man country now, then they go change in mindset. Then they change them complete. Any day happen, they see. If you don't get a mind on you, you're not going back.
Oh yeah, that is so true.
Now, you get for get institutions in Africa and Sierra Leone in particular, we get for help for like identify them, bring them there. bring them together. If now one big academy get them na like salon, we would think
Yes.
about manufacturing, we would think about production,
Yes.
get them. Now help they wonder they different
Yes.
countries than they Ghana get build the
Yep.
institutions than they we they make get calls for send and go America because look let's face it. If now me a brain student, I get a scholarship for go study in America, definitely America no go for release me. Because then they see something say you get potential, you get a lot for offer to the country. So they not go
Yep.
release you, they go pay you more, give you a lot of
Exactly.
incentive, we go make you no go back.
For making us go back.
Stop that.
Exactly. It's true.
Yeah. So we go for try for they can stop them, create that bridge there, create the kind of environment that we country we make you no need for like send we bring the students say the first two people that we get 5 hours for go study in America. You they sell you bring them out. You they sell them.
Yep.
Now sell you
Yeah.
they sell them.
Caller, I don't try really make a
Yes.
very good
Thank you.
contributions. We go appreciate you if you go call again. Yeah.
All right, thank
Yeah,
you
I
so
go
much,
still
Mr.
follow
Chris.
I still follow the program.
Yes.
Yeah, and I will come in as time they go.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you
Yes.
so
All right,
much.
thank you so much. These then are the kind of people that what we need. You know, where we need a lot of people in for speak up. You know, at least people and then they give a really great ideas them about things that we need for put in place. You
Madam
know, so me
Savage,
family please. Yes.
people that know waiting for put in place. We just frustrated. Nobody no know the right channel where you for go, where you no go meet them government problem people there. We're not ready for send we go nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
So that first thing when you talk like a correlation and people then get for come up with like a large number. If now on Facebook now they everybody get for me to get forget this one thing will be like a club. When I for young people and for associate themselves and exchange ideas and come together and team, how then can able for start the young team going. But even at
Mm-hmm.
that, it get for be people we get some people inside them two governments they are where we don't stop pa. SLPP and APC. We got for still call them because you not going for do anything on a large scale if a government not involved.
Of
Yeah.
That
course, that's
that
true.
way this man they
Well,
talk so okay. Yes, he say yeah. That government where
Go
this man
ahead,
they
man.
talk to at the mall.
go
Even if
ahead.
una 10 come together, sir, just 1 minute, I'll give back, please. Even if una 10 come together, una get for need permit from the government, una get for need the land. The land na dey una go left say una here begin grey. Because na dey I dey tell you, we want to buy
Oh
land for
my
your personal use, and then they sell and give 5, 10 people. You go the pen say for sign, they say for pay 10,000 use, if for pay 20,000, then next day they say minister in mama die or the deputy gets buried. They're
I
all
come back to
any emergency they get it, they affect the job. Una get for wait, prayer day, una get for wait, Christmas don't come. Any holiday they don't, emergency they don't. Before you go here for buy that land, the struggle way they go through you, more than the struggle way you've been going through for get the money itself. Am I lying?
No, that's
That's true.
true.
That's true.
That's very, very
So
true.
we frustrated. We just frustrated. No people don't know how to move on. Now this now the first barrier where they fend first helps them. People that will go help you. Don't go get this when they get the county at heart. People they want for go back, but we don't know how. Not to say they not get the idea them, but them two political party there. But they say one that they don't forget the permit for that mall one that they talk. Maybe SLPP don't lost or APP don't lost, so the other person can in reverse everything back. So you feel say people then create
More money.
yes, then they go back on that kind roller coaster thing, turn to the left, turn to my right. It's kind of frustrating. So we just
Oh
don't
yeah.
know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What you say, very true. Because when you look at those advanced country, there, number one, when you look about the like for example like a mall, when you look at when you go on the internet, you type mall. Number one, Nigeria they in the top 10. Can you imagine that? And just a little help, just like what you don't say, Madam Cabo. If the government, able to provide land, because that thing and they able to provide land to some people like where they're willing wholeheartedly, for invest in that country, then build this kind of mall, then build a lot of things there. Number one, then it go help the youth in the first place, it go help unemployment, and also, it will help the country a lot. Just like what you say, we need the government them, for help, like donate places there to people like where they know say they're very willing for for help Sierra Leone. Because if me people that want go for go build this, just like how Miss Cabo say, you go for land, you get for waiting for these thousand of years and stuff like that. Right. And Salone a very, very, small country. Well, very easy, for like invest. Well, very easy for like build things there, for empower the youth there, for do a lot of things. But the thing is, we still get for no matter waiting, this get for go back again to the government, because there's nothing where you they do where you they pass government. You start anything, you want government for sign, you want government for approve, you want this. So there is no shortcut. There's no way we go say, oh, we're not for involve government, everything government, everything government. It's not everything government, because government have to involve in most of them thing they are. So now they get the saying, now they get the permission for say, okay, yeah, you go ahead and accomplish so certain type of land, and wait till when I not go come back again for can destroy that land there, or cut the land, or do something. So now the thing then they start so where they cause frustration. And also again too, we get to think about as an individual, we self, wetin are the things that what they try for put in place, even though they say government. Sometimes again I believe say if a 5 or 10 people and step up, say okay, me, you, this. Now we go build this thing. When I go to the government, say okay, we don't come up, Papa government. We don't see a lot of things there where they happen at this country. Now this thing they also we want do. We need one help. Like we see first, but if the government not go help we. Sometimes we need for stand again. We need for stand together as well. So I don't know. What do you wanna get for saying at the floor by Mr. Abdul and Mr. Umar?
Yeah, I know say we don't talk today, but yet now we come again to where we start. How we for recognize talent, how we go support them, how we go boost we young one the way they come up, we learn something, or always sabi something, we just want at least chip in and know what he can do. And some people the way want do they look for way how they go to get support, And we now don't talk, but as you now talk, we don't come up to investment. Then we don't go to the private sector and so on. But all this, if we not able to recognize the talents for now, we not able to build the foundations, it will be very difficult. And most of them people who own see so they talk. I read somebody talk about mall, this, that. Hey, then people are then prepare. For instance, when you want make a construction company, you want make a real estate, you need engineers, you need proper carpenters, you need masoners, you need all the sectors. This now we lack. Not that we get the talented people who keep doing, but because of they don't get the support, they not take the work make serious. And Mr. Kini talked about something about the working hours. And for instance, I contact a messenger, you get a messenger contact. Could you believe that you know the work on Sunday? Therefore, day to pray, you know work. Pray day after pray, you know work. Just 1 week, it don't take 5 days out of the work.
Yeah.
How demanded they prepare for pray day, I don't go prepare after pray day, then go pray Friday. Hey, Then you see, but this all when the proper talent, the proper, they not get the proper skill or get. But what me feel say we for do because some of them think that we get for make law we come with solution. We not go kind of we discuss the problem, then
Yeah.
we left the solution out.
So we
Now
start with a
we see.
company or something or recognize a reputable NGO. We say somebody who can say, I like now $20 step a month or anything possible. We say, okay, we'll go give to this company or to this NGO. We say we know say we can get people and way then they develop at least where we say, okay, forgive we your help. Or if you not get that, we need for see if we keep open we own. We're going to be very transparent. We say everybody where they put anything, they get access for see waiting enter, would I put that, was I to go. So that we will be able to start
Well,
we are going, on a small scale, while the people that will get more upper hand be able to tap into it later on and see, oh, this don't they go on for 5 months, 6 months, 1 year. Anything, no matter if you, as long as you're willing for help. Because me for now, I'm not having nobody will say we can do that. But if we want for do one, for say, okay, let we get 100% of control over them, we can for do online, and everybody will be a signatory to them. Supposed to be anybody will put money inside. Supposed to see waiting they go there.
That's a good
well,
idea, Madam
Mrs.
Cabo. That's a very good idea, and I believe saying will help a lot. Yes,
Well,
Mr. Umar.
okay. Now very good idea you talk. But let we come again to, for instance, this Bobo way it's a build this motor car when a battery it use when a solar it use. Now there are ways where government go come inside if the people at least government go come inside. For instance, we see China. China get all the infrastructure. China get all the thing for support them kind of people and they. But we see authorities and they sign contract with China. Instead of they sign all these contract, you go out Chinese people them, then can't do road for you. Then you entire generation go to pay for the road. Why we not go try for make at least with these industries or with these companies, we try to make an arrangement with them when they go cheap inside, can't train with young people and we get talents or do something. It not go be say now for make motor car, but come with young people. And one way where sometimes they even I can criticize East Africa, but when you watch at them, sometimes you get it say they don't make sense. In as much as they give Chinese, but yet the Chinese company then they come inside, they train the locals, and the Al Jazeera, France 24 in the show when they teach the youth them for make tile. We need them kind of thing. We get youth them where just like it, they mold clay to any type. All they need now for just improve on their talent, promote them. If not, some of them in our government they come with institutions the way go can't train we on the way go get whether it be with engineers them, it be with scientists them. Because by the way, for anyway look at for me that one for me now a scientist for me because for make you able to try for invent something almost out of nothing, but it needs support. Instead of government they go waste for go sign a lot billion, 2-3 billion contract with Chinese people and then we end up for pay and we entire nation with them people and we get talented people make a contact with them, at least let them teach where young people for do the work. So by so doing when they left one the way don't sabi the work, then go learn we get them the December. By the way, get anything for doing into politics. You don't go out, you don't go land. When I don't come out inside. Let in then in small corner. What you go land, it try for pass to the youth. But now you go land as an almost I go say scientist that come. What you do with them? All monitor is on office, if it is on office. Then go get a Ministry of Education where all day in office. Where give other people this office, send them to the film, let it teach with young people like that. Let it teach young people, let it teach, let you see if Sierra Leone they improve. This my way the England where a bill, it take almost 5 years. It try for find out how for do this, how for different batteries and so on, how for making your electrical motor car. The electric look is successful because why now? With man NCA a believe in a call and seller with team up. The electric in England, they even try for go up in company, say when they know them to can salon and go assemble them. You know, all this a day. All we need that we not be say, yeah.
Yeah, true.
Okay. So yeah, so like we get somebody on the line, we go take the call. From there, we go continue from there.
Yes, Mr. Omar. I don't listen. Listen, to Crispin again for the second time. One thing we go always disturb with na salon, because na salon me no but. I know the na Ghana the system. I know the na Nigeria the system. Na salon and no but. If we no forget about kickbacks, you know what change Ghana? Kickbacks. Kickbacks, not the way they destroy a nation. Because when they talk about, I listen you, Mr. Omar, they talk about giving, empowering the youth, get people there for train and get them for do, then kind thing then kind stuff then they. You know, we like we they bring people then come out overseas for go study, the expatriate for go learn people in a salon. A lot of kickbacks in the end. You know. A lot of kickbacks in the BND. For bring one expatriate, so tell within the PM. So tell that ministry where they bring them, so tell them they get 20% per money they get to 25%. When an agreement, you know it, man. I tell you something about the white guys there. And people that were very clever. They know the system will happen now with countries now, they're part of the world. And then they condone now because they don't want to let you ever clean up. You know, for ever independent. So then they condone them. As long as they get to and forget, then they condone them. They always they condone them, and then they always they kill on a system. Una no get that mindset they like a create for una self. My brother, we don't get engineers as na salon. We don't get road engineer. We don't get bridge engineers. What in when if we begin import people again for can be road for you? That question if we able for we they call. If we able for answer for we safe. Engineers they don't deal with all old and get white here. They can able for go na blackboard, draw it in the draw. They get young ones them, teach them, put them in charge of project, give them the responsibility. I think say if I don't stop this thing for the giving expatriate to me, brother. For can teach people there for make motoka. I think if I stop this thing, this will not come up from the big one. Totally, the expatriate let them left farm. Let the man do side. Let me manage the economy. We manage we save. We will for build up on the young one them.
Yeah. Caller. We go give you no worry you time. We go give you more time. The time where they use now your voice call. We go give you that time again. I just want to make something straight. And I not talk say let them go count expatriate. And we all know say the one the way they talk about when at this Western partner, yeah, then are sucking blood, not to that way they talk about. But we get a nation where they're willing for going to Africa. You know, yes, sometimes they can take more than waiting they give, but at least they're willing. Then get the surplus population, they get the machine, they get the technical know-how. Because no matter how you watch at time, this land where we know the green for land, the make we they elect today, so we make we not get expatriate them. All the engineers that will get that one way go now Frobe College and come out. They not do when you go now college, you not do the practicals and only theory. For me, I know to consider you now when you don't go into the practical, you don't get the experience. Now then we will consider you. So you don't feel say we focus with people the way don't do the practical, not the one we learn on a book, but the one we don't do the practical. Let we come with them. Then come into the count in the form of investment. Also, teach we young one them at least for do waiting and can do. So tomorrow if they go sabi the work. You feel say we engineers and capable for do that if they not get the technical know-how, if they not do the practical aspect of it.
Excuse me. I go buy you idea small bit. I go buy you idea like a 40%. You know why? You get a point. You get a point. You know, it's a million miles start of a journey start with us. And if we get for take that kind of thing, it better we do a one time and forget about time. Because if we continue for the bring people, then we not make any headway. If we say okay, well, we don't get necessary, we say okay, we bring people, we can start for land. When you land, you get to in NGO, TOT, training of TOT. I don't forget how we can call them. I think somebody can the TOT. Like we can train somebody, person train the other person. You know,
I don't know.
Before begin implement now. If they don't can train me for a start, we don't need for call them back second time. But the thing they continue now. That's how they say they continue. They continue. We know they stop them because now basic things now mathematics, now science. If you don't teach the person, now a straightforward concept, they know the bend. And I want to tell you, so we get good engineers in SALONE. We get good engineers. And another thing, if an engineer, you know, give them the ability for proving himself, you know, give them the chance for make it go to the field and work. People in SALONE don't do that because they don't get work. People don't do that technical say, they don't get work. They don't get work. And how you want for make the people in sustainable? How you want the economy for be sustainable? When you not give the work, you ask for 6 years, 5 years working experience. You never give the person work. You get a lot for handle. I believe say sometimes we big one in the listening program there because it's very educative. They go able to put one on one together and try to turn things around for it. Because they can me against with the system. Because we not see if we think 10 years from now, we not see any bright future for the youth. I'm telling you, me I know the CMO. I tell you something. Just yesterday they say they lift travel ban for people there. That they just go tell the tell say una can go. We no able take care of una again, una can go. Yeah. Because no institution no day where they make the young one a glad for done as SALONE. You know they.
Yes.
You know they are just for cross breed and put left inside the bone and then go to the company. 9 days.
Yes.
Okay, Kola, we really appreciate
so much,
we really appreciate them.
Yes.
So the line still there. You go call maybe somebody go do one for call again. You can call at any time again, make contributions again, yeah.
All right, sir.
Thank you so much. Yes, Mr. Chris, you know, always bring very great ideas them, you know, to this show. Yeah. So thank you so much, you know, for your advice and the things that way they say, you know, I believe say one or two people and go able for grab the good thing out of it. And with no further ado, we'll not get that much time with the try for close, you know, the show now. So we just want to say thank you guys so much. The one the way they watch, the one the way they comment, you know, we very, very appreciate you now. And also thanks to Mr. Chris for the call, the way you don't call. And yeah, the show they can't end. So we fumble them. I will call Mr. Umar for making, you know, you go say last saying, and maybe we might postpone this show so again, or we might bring them back again for next week. So, Mr. Umar, please.
Fambulem, we appreciate you all. Just like Otu can talk now, when we can at this show most of the time, we can even learn more. But I know if we come, we talk, then we don't make solutions. You know, the way you come, you talk about some talk particular at least headway. You know, Sierra Leoneans, when you want help, anybody where you want help in Sierra Leone, you see and say you can contact the person directly. The only thing that for the on the safer side, make sure you get a written agreement with the person. So in the future, if something develop, at least you go to get your investment. That are an investment. Okay. Then the youth again, whatever thing you they do, you know, say you get skill, just stay on it, continue. Then nobody not pull you back. You know, we get a particular class. You know, when in kind of advice, we advise a class of stupid people. You know, when I excuse me for the language, people decide they on the right path, they do something, then go for talk you out of her. Then go talk to you in the way that it would be like say you don't know what you they do. But if you know what they do, just believe on what they do and concentrate on them. Then again, the government to the government in your side again, Effie. The government will come with solutions for this youth. Go everywhere you feel say you for go. This one, this not to them sucking blood. Where I say sucking blood, Europe and America. Not that we talk about. But come up with a, for instance, the Chinese, we get a very good relationship with them. Come with them, let them train with engineers. Come with them, let them train with inventors. Come with them, let them train with block layers, when are the machiners and so on, with carpenters. Everybody come with them into the skill. Instead of you go make an arrangement with them or you go sign a contract with them, where they go come make road, then go. Come with them, let them be inside the country. If they don't be inside the country, you know, then go they teach, they will still get a relationship with them. First companies are like the Gentos, when a big engineering companies in that country, they make roads and so on. For make at least they make a standard way for teach, not forget the laborers, but for teach these young students them how to do the work where they do. You know, I feel say them of renting and renting now we don't lack. Where before say government if I come with again, then the art and craft again. The boy in video now a sign that we be lack the art of craft and craft Nasira. But waiting this boy do so, a bring and come back on the spotlight. Government need for improve on the school. You know, before when I say for make soap, if you buy scent soap, you can't go to school. See for retort and so that soap people can go. When you mama make one you make. You know, let them system they make. Let them we try for grow with the system again. We try for grow into this system again. We believe in ourselves. We can do one. You know, and the caller makes something again. I know go and not talk about them. The caller talk about we get engineers now, theoretical engineers. We get practical. We not get no engineer. Practical we lack. When you go into countries, like Ghana, Nigeria, you get architects today. When they start, if they don't do for you a house plan, from down, they go to interior design. Then they arrange for everything. And then they are the field for do the work. You know, but yet we get university, we so believe in this formal education. Everybody they go out, engineer, you go see somebody they go do engineering work, tell you don't, you know, one they go on a construction site, you know, all you go do na inside book, they read a lot of mathematics. You know, when you put up for supervise, only the bridge, if you not take time before the year around, the bridge the collapse. Why? The practical aspect not it. So, do your government, we not sabi persona, we not say una sabi, una get a lot of professor. Do you for once una behave like una name, like una title una get. You know, let we all push around before, you know. They like the way you see this how they call it Elon Musk or how they call it. It started very early. They like to get an electric car. You know, when it talk, the entire market, they shake. Both stock market and the real market, they shake. Why? If you believe inside, it starts from somewhere. That boy don't know. If you get the support, una come inside, una support them. You know, at least now win-win situation. When you support something or you support somebody, when you develop, now win-win situation. Now all the win, just like football. When you sign a very good player, you get a percentage, you get a percentage. you know. So I feel say government go buy into that, not that to dey criticize. We no go criticize everybody now. We all want see Salone in better one. Then we hope so the right authority then go listen, and that young man wey there that do ya Papa government, do ya Sierra Leoneans all over the world. Anybody who get power, a believe in what that young man they do, una chip in, una help him. And I tell you all thank you till we meet again next week. Mina Omar Masari, they say out.
All right, thank you so much, guys. And I pass the baton to Mr. Abdul. So what's in your last saying and your advice or anything where you get to share with us then today?
Yeah, anyways, thank you very much again. To a big thank you to Una for inviting me into this platform. Just like I was saying no more, development, not to development that they happen by mistake, then something we you have to be, very deliberate. You get to really plan, implement, and then after that you get for improve on what you don't implement. So development that happen, yes, we all able to help in our own way, but because development happen by mistake, you need the government also for chip in. I make we always come back to that. We not say the government they do all thing, but the infrastructure for there, all the talent then where we get in all these different departments, then we get for build onto that. Back to me point which I be they say as if all the talents they all get they go astray, what can they do it good, but how will they help them if we get for create institution in various departments so then go able help themselves also, so that way then go able get the knowledge to improve on what they get without specialists then I don't feel then they for also educate, not to just one person that specialist get for educate. So that's an investment. If you count a specialist in into a country in a field, let's say electrical, electronics, masonry, telecommunication, road authority, you name it, IT. The one and then investment way they give you more than waiting you really think. So you get to pay that little extra for leapfrog, tap into their knowledge, then forget the international standards of waiting get. Yes, we get engineers in a salon, like Omar say, but we know they up to international standard. So we get what you call continual education. So you didn't specialists, but specialists then they go also take further training for get more specialized. So for we will get up to that standard. So where we count forcing in a department say for can't help we if an IT whatever the case is, pay them the amount international standard. You're not for come if you they pay them salon rates. No. But where they teach instead of one person, they teach 100, 200, 300 of people into that specific field day. And over time, then they become the standard. When people and they go into the field, that's whatever they don't learn, they become the standard of the country, because when person do them wrong way, they will say, no, not so for do this. You understand? Compound road, we can always go higher. People in China can't build road. But if you get the people and you put in other institutions and while they build the road, but then you also get something where they teach people them also up to that standard. So after the next 5 years or next 4 years, you don't need to go import that kind of talent there anymore. Na China for say can't build me road. But then people already don't specialize. Easily they put them to work. It's easier. You understand? So that's an investment to the whole country itself. We get for leapfrog into the future. Do whatever it needs to be, because that's the only way. And then they set in the normal standard, because we get a community of people and we say now so for do thing because they don't specialize in that thing. A person can't way they do thing in your old way. And we say no, would I build this house? No, you're not build and fine. That person don't know what to do. Then over time that they become the standard. So me feel say now that's not, and also a touch to waiting Miss Isata been say also, Mrs. Carroll been say about how we go help. I feel like say a GoFundMe can help. I see how the comment person say how can I chip in? Maybe if we start a GoFundMe, we target them and then start a GoFundMe and say, okay, let me try for development. Now one area we specifically target, say IT development or whatever the case, then you can start with that. If na internet cafe, for set up way, then get a lot of things and get online courses now. So you can even make that accessible to some people in special fields. That's a start. Any little thing helps. But really the main core of the issue, we need the government for set them kind of standard there for make a bigger change. And I make with a talk on this platform. Hopefully somebody go read that and use that one too. So thank you guys very much for having me on this platform.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Abdul. We very appreciate, and we hope say from now on, once in a while, you go able for join me, and we really appreciate that. Yes.
Yeah, definitely,
And
definitely.
I'll pass the baton to Madam Cabo, please.
Family all, thank you for una join, and thank you to una all. Especially we guests, Mr. Abdul. God bless you. We hope for see you
Thank you.
more and let we all take this challenge to the next level. And I hope so we okay for me to back to see how go do the GoFundMe, start the ball rolling. So we don't go there 10,000 yourself make a big difference because you able buy water.
Yeah.
So Mr. Omar and Mrs. Savage, una all thank you. They now don't say everything else where me for say and the callers themselves don't add. The only thing way me go add to waiting me see we problem na salon. We leaders them before they born we they don't born most of them don't they na the wall now more than 40 years before we they come. Yes, I'm waiting for do. That one thing that one caller say, that kickback thing where them feel where them bring come project for other people and they can get big bonus. I believe that is number one trouble. So we problem now the mirror. If you take a mirror, you turn on towards yourself. What are you to see? Now yourself, right? But if you turn the mirror against you, facing like the back, now another person you go see, right? Yeah. Until we lead us there, because we will get all the ambitions, we will get all the love for we country, we get all the talent. But if the one the way they get the mind for going at the upper platform and be politicians, they not get the country at heart. The mirror not turn towards themselves, it turn towards somebody else. The best we can do no more now waiting people and they do so, then they left. So all the money they don't put on people from the day where the mama then get them belly, they get that free medication till age 5, till them begin for because they give subsidies. Waiting they happen where the people that don't big will not see where they're not the fed papa government because you don't go for fights, then they get guns and stuff. Then they go to another country them. So which means the other people there where we don't know who people them, then just they sit down here, then get them for free. And when they come now, you say, well, they don't begin give you small thing, where you and the government not go for fed for you pay, they go back. You not go back. And the one that we get mind for go back, they're not able to give them the opportunity for let them express themselves too much because they're afraid for their life. And the one that we crooked, where they don't learn everything people and blindedly they put them, they don't America for long ago, it don't work now UN for so then believe them based on said and get that kind of experience. So guess what? We always get disappointment. When they go, they tell like they reset the bottom back. Then they forget all the things then go back, then go join. Then worse. We are not here if I can purpose you I'm not care about what we talk we the suffer so we might as well talk. So waiting they happen, the Ghanaians the way they always they talk. Most time people in the take because Ghana they near we will not talk too much about Guinea because they're saying the panel trouble, but at least them better small. But we talk about Ghana because we all French English speaking countries. When you may leave Ghana for some time, waiting me the difference when me see the people after that problem where they face, because they say they cry for Kwame Nkrumah a lot, that Biafra. But after where they do without the old trouble, where they team up in a line for paste and all, then change. Then see Ghana as that person where they get one close, where they value that one close. So always think Ghana they think, they think highly of them country. Like so when you get anything now for Ghana, where you go get out now for Birmingham. You understand? Like everything a Ghanaian based something, when they make something at Ghana, they value them more than waiting them for make out. And if other person want get that mindset, like we are with the thing na salon, other person they draw you by, hey, now for think about Ghana first. If you want buy them thing for ear pomade, they call it like then grease for ear, we can get the them problems you scalp. The Ghanaian product now the best. Women mean it, I don't mean they buy the English product because the Ghanaian product, then they talk about it, and indeed when you use them, you they see say it good. Lord say if it's not good as much as the English, but because they don't so advertise them and they don't put that so much value in it, you self they go in for it, so you're not going to try the other one. So now that make them they improve because then see Ghana as the your only place where they can survive. But we Sierra Leoneans, now the opposite. So we don't mirror it turn to the other way. Not to face it on to, we turn to the other countries and say, if I sick, I go Ghana for go get good treatment. Ghanaian not they think that way though, because is sick. So trust me, get Ghanaian party, you go see. When they sick, oh, you go 37, you go Kolebu, you go. So then they pick. So if you get the upper hand now, you go now towards hospital because I gave would make me the sick a lot. So I have to count the all name for you. Say come down to the polyclinic where go be the one where they mix half medicine, half of the young concoctions, or then they make it for people who don't get better money. Then politicians, the most of them are they first, then they do the treatment, then before the members say they go now abroad. Very few of them. But guess what? We on there, the first treatment and I for go na Ghana. As long as you for that. So we get issue. You understand? So we sorrowful. So me, all we can do is not just start to the start, we pray and let every combra begin for teach them picking from their house. Teach them, say them country na the best place ever because even if you can, you go get the money, you go back home, you get the dollars and this. But guess what? You can never have that kind of quality life like what you party and they all know they are. Right? Yeah, we all there now, and we all the see, yeah, right?
Oh, yeah, not the 24/7.
Yeah, we make that big shot, we go ride big cars, we go sleep in fancy places. But to we self, we can actually get that feel in the world there, even though we get them big houses.
Miss Cabo, the houses that Sasa will get the fancy houses, they will barely sleep inside there in the first place.
Yeah, but they still they yearn for back home because when you go there, you see this Beyonce where I go there. Oh my God, all them in party there, they will family there. You know, for the first time when I see mango stick back, I see like the mango they I forget step you mean the mango way for done, you know. I want to go take and then they begin say, no, this is not sound. First time we did, I know all that, but I forget. But it's like I still back at home. You see the coconut. Everybody want in a young home town, no, now they go succeed. But we problem, we leaders they not see we home as better place. They feel saying that other man young place now better pass we. You the one na Guinea, all man they admire you. Oh, na Guinea back in the road. You the one na Liberia. Oh, na Liberia. So we pass we change we mindset until then. Nothing is gonna happen. Then people like sabi all to can preach now. So now greed. Would they pray to una dia when they done tonight? Una think the world they advance, people they want to bring their talents them back. Now is change the music from what we not born it to don't begin this kuyu business. You know, they can nobody go no salary. We all make a platform. We all make it small. Now so then I are not a big houses everybody gets. Small apartments then, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we don't me and me don't stop now. We will continue for pray. The battle continue. Do ya with the young one they all the grab. We allow love the country more than anything else because we only get one salon. Lord, not be hypocritical about it. Like how the elders they do. Then they talk about towards me in order in their hearts. If you mean in their hearts, then go put their mind first for the country and bring projects there and stop the fight among themselves. But every time this party they fed this party where this one can reap this, who's how would they go? Nowhere. So we always go the language now people in country there. We want for work hard, we go live a good life. But guess what? Not everybody will for come out. So until next week, Lord, we all stay blessed. We look forward for a gift from everybody and Lord, we all put hands together for help Mama Salone. Thank you all. Thank you and thank you. Back over to you.
Thank you so much, Madam Cabo. And your partake is, as a Sierra Leonean, I believe so we need to take a step. Number one step is to support each other. Number one, the supporting system as Australian is very, very weak, because now things that we don't see, the elder people that they do take from generation back all the way till now. Now the same thing would fall down to. We barely support each other. We barely help each other. So now that thing that so now the number one thing we need for staff. And then also, the youth them where they come up. Now then are the future leaders them. I believe say we as Australian or as a government or as a diaspora, now then are the people that we will need for invest more. Because tomorrow, time no guarantee, let me see, we all go die, we all go do this, we all go down there. But the only thing is, legacy very important. Whether in life you be changed before, whether you invest or will be a better person. So now that thing that also we need for do. Because when we dey look about, we dey look about advanced country, they would look at China, we dey look at America and stuff. Not just sit down there, fold their hand, they watch the youth so they go astray, or they watch people that we get talent, that they look, then they just sit down and fold their hand. Then they support them. Because we don't see a lot of time, Sissy, please. We don't see a lot of time, where some youth them, they get talent, they get skills, they get knowledge. Now the African countries them. What do you think say the white people that they do? Then they invest on them, bring them kind of so use their knowledge, use their everything for let it empower their own country. So if we don't already get them people and they now we country, they already did it. Why we not go invest the things that what we get for bring the light out of them? I believe saying that the things then this what we need for do. We not need for sit down again, let white man can take we youth the way they get knowledge away from we. We need for step up. We need for support each other as Australian. And also, we need for stop for sit on one place, being stagnant, wait for move, wait for act. This not other things they get where they set to country back. We know clearly we get a lot of people in us na the Australian communities them. Now the diaspora they wanna get money, where they're gentle, where they're wealthy. But the thing is they not want for stretch arm. That's the thing. I'm not one for just sit down, just focus on their family and their relative them. We need for stretch hand and help each other. And also, yes, I know we get a lot of people that may get where they want for help, but they're just scared because the government's not stable, because a lot of things then they go bad and things like that. But we need for trust each other, and try for join on and make sure say we bring something. Make sure say we help each other. Just like how waiting Madam Cabo down say, for make we go open like just create a name, like open like a small organization, where we go make where when as Australians, then the viewers them would need when I help for make one bag with shipping. In anything when I get small thing and stuff, I believe say it go a long way, you know. So me na my own contribution that day. Please una make we share the love. Let we help each other. Make we not sit on one place no more. And also not everything is about government. Although yes, the government need for put things in place so that way the people themselves go able for act on it. So Mr. Leonie people, me family and please, una make we join on. Make we bring something. Number one, where we see like Ghana and those other country there like Kenya them. Not to say that they just sit down no more. If you go on YouTube, you watch a lot of development there. Not to say that government them, not to say that the government, no. Sometimes and then are 2-3 friends them, or maybe 2-3 family members that they sit down and join and they hip together, then gather this money also and build houses then for rent. Build clubs, then build places the way people are go able for go, then go to gym, where people are go able for get a glove court, two sided to go play. Not to government. Now the people like self, now then join on, and do anything then they. So I believe say if 1 or 2 Sierra Leoneans then go able for just you don't know and join and say, look, let's try for do this, let's try for do this together. I believe say we will achieve it greatly and then Sierra Leone will become a better place. Sierra Leone will be a place where they angry for go back to. Look America we dey, so some of we will barely sleep in our house. We dey work 24/7 a day. Yeah, we get for pay rent, pay tax, everything, tax, pay bills there. Sometimes and then you go don work for the whole week, your money come, all they go back again to the government, all they go back again to bills. I believe say if we dey in our country, their money that so where would they put? We not go feel am that much. Because number one, we get friends that we get family them. We get things that where would they do. So now the things and this what I think say, we really need for come up with ideas then. We really need for come up with solution then. So please me famble them. When I make we sleep over this, now we think about wetin how we want for see right in the next 5 years. Wetin our big plan, the government, whether you na SLPP, APC, PNDC, this DC, DCCC, we don't care. We just need for sit down and join on and make sure say we help each other, we help the youth them, help ourselves, empower each other. You see, we not go sit down back against somebody go and go pay for land, una go ask for this million, una go sit down, una one bribe, una one here, you get for go see pastor, after pastor, you get for go see Nene, after Nene, you get for go see Mohammed, you get for go, no. We need for stop that. We need for help each other. I mean, I'm all saying that day. Thank you guys so much. We love una, and this show ya so the calm tone now from VOS. And we show in name is what would you do? It's a question. What do we go do for empower ourselves? And we hope for soon Saturday the same time. And we'll love una and we'll say tata. Thank you now. Bye bye.
Yes, when I close in the midweek, talk about the GoFundMe thing. Yeah, it was very nice. It was very transparent. I don't know. Let's still go discuss. We don't know. Hmm? Well, we got for no for society because we will not have anything about it. Nobody wants to join us. So let me try. Huh? Then they get for involve Boku money, then they get for involve somebody for they on the ground. You they forget so they don't talk about people the corruption, you they come back. They want to say for the pot in there. They don't he build the host. If they don't enter the host, then they can't pull enter the host. Let's say you sit on a board now, you want something like that. It's gonna be difficult. That first one where you talk so for you for identify outside this boy, this man here today. No matter outside there, I like we force self, we for pay one more body, I like now $100 okay, I will say yeah, we'll put another thing way to put it in here. That's it, we're done with that. They identify somebody else again, we bring them again. Now $50 we go, $20 we will get that possibility to give out.